youtube.com/MugenLord. Subscribe to the channel for gaming news, updates, discussion, and live streams. Signing off.
Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about GameStop. Yes, that's right, GameStop. And I know it's been a while since we talked about these guys. Every time we do talk about these guys, there's always some controversy surrounding these guys, whether it's them failing as a business or them always pulling off some type of scheme on gamers. So let's just dive right into it, because I think this is pretty interesting, because when we last discussed all this, GameStop was pretty much in a tight situation. For the fact is, no one wants to buy the company. They've been trying to sell GameStop all for quite some time now, and no one wants to buy the company. So pretty much GameStop is in danger of pretty much just closing out altogether. So we want to step right into this, because an interesting article has pretty much appeared, and it looks like that there's a shakeup going on in the company, where they pretty much hired some new board of directors, because 3 board of directors had pretty much stepped down and retired, and they needed 3 replacements right away. And you'd be quite surprised by one of these replacements that decided to jump on board with GameStop. So from The Verge, we have here that former Nintendo boss Reggie Fils-Aimé joins GameStop's board of directors at a time when GameStop needs change. I think this is going to be quite interesting. This is a quite interesting turning of events. I did not see this coming. I don't think anybody's seen this coming at all or expected this. And what could Reggie Fils-Aimé being on the board of directors could do to pretty much, I guess you could say, turn things around for this company? Because this company is just on the verge, no pun intended, of just sinking under. And what can he do? So let's go dive into this article. Now it says Reggie Fils-Aimé stepped down as Nintendo America president in February of 2019. Wow, heck, it's been a year already. Wow. Set on retiring and relaxing after more than a decade in the role. That relaxation period has come to an end, however, because with Fils-Aimé set to join GameStop's board of directors at a time when the gaming retail chain could use some much needed guidance. GameStop has undergone big changes as its quarterly revenues and stock continue to deteriorate. Part of that includes pivoting to being more than a physical games retailer, selling products like Funko Pop toys and geek-related apparel. The company is also reportedly laying off mid-level managers and employees in an attempt to cut costs, according to Polygon. Fils-Aimé will hopefully help GameStop figure out its next step as it tries to remain relevant and successful in an increasingly digital world. The game industry, quote, needs a healthy and vibrant GameStop, Fils-Aimé tweeted. I look forward to being part of GameStop's board and helping to make this happen. So, Fils-Aimé joins the board with 2 others, William Simon and James. I would hack that name up. But Simon was former CEO of Walmart, and Samak, I cannot pronounce that, is the current CEO and president of PetSmart. Both Simon and Samak will start immediately, while Fils-Aimé is set to join on April 20th. Their appointments come in the wake of the board members in Dan, Gerald, Larry, and Steve stepping down. So these are the guys who have pretty much stepped down from board of directors, and they are pretty much replacing these guys. We look forward to immediately benefiting from their expertise and perspectives as we navigate the evolving gaming and retail environments, execute on our strategic initiative, and prepare the company to maximize value creation associated with the next generation of consoles launches later this year, George Sherman, GameStop CEO, said in a statement. So, wow. The rest just give you a pretty much overview of Reggie Fils-Aimé's resume and everything. So my opinion on this, I think this is really interesting. For those of you who don't know, Reggie Fils-Aimé didn't just have a career with Nintendo. Before Nintendo, he was pretty much he had a career in Pizza Hut. and his success with Pizza Hut was pretty good for that time as well before he stepped into Nintendo. And I also believe that before Pizza Hut, I think it was VH1. I think it was VH1 where he was there too as well and had a position there. So Reggie Fils-Aimé does have a quite track record as far as working, in companies and industries like this, and seeing what he have done with Pizza Hut and him stepping over to Nintendo. I think it was GameStop's. I think it was a smart move on GameStop that should at least try to get someone with some expertise when it comes to the whole, game industry and everything, and to get Reggie Fils-Aimé on board with this. I think it could do something. I'm not sure as of right now because GameStop is really, really in a tight situation right here, and they need as much help as they can possibly get. And I think I think Reggie Fils-Aimé is pretty much, I think he could be the man for the job. He could help flip and turn things around, but I'm not going to ignore the other person, which is also William Simon. William Simon is also the CEO or former CEO of Walmart, and we know that Walmart is a big conglomerate, it's a big business, it's a big company, it's a powerhouse department store and everything. And him being quite successful at running Walmart, I think it's also a smart move for them to grab him to see how they can pretty much get GameStop up and running, and maybe be able to run these chains of GameStops much more effectively throughout the United States and everything. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, I don't know about the other guy. I don't know about the other guy who's the CEO and of PetSmart. I really don't know much about this guy, but I think that Simon and Reggie Fils-Aimé, for a fact, these guys have quite the resume behind these guys and what they have done with Nintendo and Walmart itself. Those two companies' names speak for itself. So I think it was smart for GameStop to even pull these guys. And all I can say is that I wish GameStop the best of luck, is because they really have to do something now that we live in a different era. We live in a more digital era, like the article had pretty much said here. Everything is digital. Gamers are now not relying on walking into GameStop, especially the way GameStop has been with their with their pre-orders, and also how their whole used games practices and stuff like that. A lot of gamers has been turned away from GameStop and just been going to other places and been ordering their games, pre-ordering games from Amazon. Some people go to Best Buy, Target. There's so many other alternatives in order for people to get their games. And now that we're in more of a more digital era, where people is now downloading games digitally from the cloud, or from streaming services, or just services in general like Steam, and quite a few other places where people can pretty much buy their games offline and just download it straight to their consoles or their PC or mobile devices and everything of that sort. So GameStop has pretty much been lagging behind. We do have new consoles on the horizon, next gen, which is the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So I believe that GameStop is looking to pretty much trying to capitalize on next generation consoles, and how they can pretty much sell those consoles and bring traffic to their stores. Now, I know there's two GameStops around my way. At the Plaza, the Quartermaster Plaza, and we also have the other plaza on 24th in Oregon as well. So the thing is, one of the GameStops are closing. They actually have the signs up. They selling things from 10 to 50% off. I went there and grabbed a few items. I don't even have the items in front of me. I would have showed you guys, but I just pretty much cleaned up house and grabbed a few items there as well as they closed down. So yes, this is a real thing. GameStop is in trouble. So they definitely need to turn things around, and grabbing Reggie Fils-Aimé and Simon on board as the board of directors to help GameStop, I think is a pretty good idea. And hopefully things work out. I don't want to see GameStop go. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest. I don't want to see GameStop go. I love GameStop because I always used to go there with my brothers, with my dad, And I always like, especially the GameStop that I go to around my way, we go there and we just talk to the guys at the counter, and we just have a good time, make a purchase, and we would talk for a whole hour to talk about video games. The GameStop I had was so chill compared to the other one where it was just nothing but incompetent employees. Most of them wasn't even gamers at all, and all they did was try to force pre-orders on you. But the guys that we used to go to were at our favorite plaza, so chill, and we just have a whole just nice conversation and everything. And that used to be like a hangout spot and stuff, especially after you buy a game and everything and you just chill. I think it was just a cool atmosphere and stuff. And I think the only way now I can see GameStop working is not just finding ways to incorporate the whole digital and apparels and stuff like that to the store. Also try to create more of a hangout spot for gamers, where gamers just hang out and, you know, have more events like tournaments. Probably have like a cafe or something they can do to keep gamers there, and because the longer people stay there and gamers stay there, like especially if you make it more like a lounge and everything, gamers will sit there and spend money. They not only just have fun, have a good time and stuff, they would continue to spend money there because gamers will have something to look forward to. I'm not like me growing up, we had game night at my uncle's house, and then we had it at my house and stuff. So we used to have it every Thursday, and then depending on each year how everybody's work schedules were and everything, we either have it Thursday or Friday. And then at one point we did have it on Wednesday, but wherever the game night was set, everybody during that whole week had something to look forward to. You know, while I'm in school just like, especially when I was in middle school and high school, I used to sit in the class all day thinking about, oh my god, like I can't wait the game night to show off my skills. When we was playing Smash Brothers 64 at the time, and before Melee came out, and when we was playing Halo, WCW versus NWO, and all these type of competitive games that we used to play at the time, Tekken, Street Fighter, and everything. And we used to hit the lab at home, and then at school we'd be thinking about, oh man, I can't wait to test out the new abilities or the new moves that I learned while I was in the lab at home. Now game night is coming out to show off in front of everybody that I'm the best. And be able to create an environment like that at a new and improved GameStop, where gamers have something to look forward to. You know, coming out of college, leaving school for the day, or leaving work, and then say, oh man, I gotta go to GameStop. I wonder what's going on. Gotta go down there and see and meet the other gamers down there and stuff. So for them, I think they really have to change the face of GameStop. It has to be a welcoming atmosphere for gamers to enjoy themselves, and and have, like I said, the best way to incorporate apparel and digital software or ways to access digital software and everything. There's so much they can do, and hopefully that Reggie Fils-Aimé and the other board of directors find a way to flip it over. But that's pretty much my opinion on this whole situation with GameStop. Hopefully things work out for them. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on the whole situation with GameStop. Do you think Reggie Fils-Aimé can pretty much turn this whole thing around for GameStop? I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. If you like the video, share it, pass it around, like it. It helps me in the algorithm. If you want to hear more news related to GameStop, hit the bell to be notified. This is MugenLord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.